Hello, everyone, and welcome to our reading today. We are going to use Cosmic Energy Oracle cards for our reading, okay? And we are looking at just a basic guidance reading. I'm just going to pull some cards for a guidance reading for you. So we're just going to see what it is that you need to know. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. Um, Thank you for being here. The channel is growing so nicely. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I was told by the universe to do these readings and I just needed to find time to do them. I have a site that I do readings on Facebook. I've been there for many, 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 many years. And I was just pulled to start doing these for on YouTube and stuff. So it is so nice to be here and to be able to do your readings. I will never ask you in the comments or message you for money, so please don't get scammed. I do not charge for my readings. I just love doing them. It's something that I'm called to do. So let me know in the comments if you do readings or if you are getting into doing readings. Remember, everybody can do readings. You can buy a deck of cards and you can pull cards with me and we can do readings together. Like, I will be doing lives pretty soon on Facebook. I'm almost at the number where they're going to open up my ability to do lives. So I will be doing lives. Feel free to go to my Facebook and subscribe and join me on live readings with your own deck of cards. I would love um, to see what you get and how we can compare them together. Anybody can do readings, so please don't ever let people tell you that you need to go to a person that can do card readings and blah, blah, blah. Like you can do them yourself as well, okay? So many people don't realize that, and they truly, truly can. So um, it's great to be able to have somebody do your readings for you if you're not used to doing them, but you can always get a deck and do your own as well, and the more you practice, the better you will get. So, let's take a look at your cosmic energy. We're going to keep this one as a closing card, okay? I'm going to set that over here. That's your closing card. So, your first card is miracles. Miracles are everywhere. Keep the faith. All right, so don't give up on the things that are working out in your life. Maybe you're unable to really see what's going on right now, but the universe is reminding you that it is working on your behalf in your life. It's just, uh, it's hard to explain it, but like things have to happen. Okay, you can't make things happen before they're meant to happen because everything has a place, a time, a purpose, right? So be patient. Sometimes when we want something to happen, we become so impatient because if it doesn't happen when we want it to happen, we feel like it's never going to happen. And the universe is saying miracles are happening. There are miracles working out, but you have to keep the faith. You cannot keep worrying or giving up or being disgusted with the situation or, you know, trust that the universe is working it out for you. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay. Now we have confidence. Believe in your worth and abilities. Okay. So this is all about being confident in yourself, right? Trusting that you have what it takes. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, don't think that you're not good enough and that you can't do it. You are greatly supported by your ancestors. Keep Seek support. You don't have to bear everything alone. Okay, so pay attention to the universe sending in spirit guides, animal guides. I feel like for some of you, you may be receiving visits from certain animals, birds. You might have just birds showing up to just sing and the frequency to just calm you. You might for some of you, you might be coming in to a new animal. You might be opening up your home surprisingly. I feel like this is going to be unexpected, unplanned. You're not going to plan this. Like it's just going to be something that happens. Um, but open up to support. It is nice in a lot of areas. The weather is nice. I know in some places it isn't. And if you're in those places, I wish you all the very best. Um, but if you're in a nice area, try to get out in nature because nature will support you. And this has a lot of nature in it. So, like, nature will support you, nature will help you through this energy. Yeah, balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. So, balance can come in many different forms. Balance can be emotional balance, balance can be financial balance, fi- it can be uh, your health, making sure that you are in healthy balance with your body, right? Because how your body feels can have a lot to do with how you respond and how you feel. So that's really important. Make balance isn't just over here and everything else doesn't matter. Balance is really about everything. It has to do with everything. It has to do with how you are showing up for yourself. It has to do with work. How are you at work? Is it chaotic? Is it easy? Is it supportive? Like if your work is off, that's going to off balance you, right? So take time to honor that energy. If you feel imbalanced, can you go out in nature? Can you go for a walk? Can you speak to someone who really is paying attention to listen, like listening, or are they listening to understand, or are they listening to respond, right? There's a difference there. Okay, so pay attention and make sure that you are supported by the right people during this energy. Okay, inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. Okay, so take time to write down the things that come to you. Don't always share your ideas with everybody because sometimes people are not supportive. Sometimes people would be like, oh, that's not going to work, or oh, why would you want to do that? Or oh my goodness, do you understand how hard that would be to try to do something like that? Sometimes people, they just like to crush you before you even get the idea on paper. You could just say something like, oh, I'm thinking of s- you know, doing this. I'm thinking of, I don't know, let's make an example. I'm thinking of starting a food stand. Oh, why would you want to do that? Do you realize you got to go and get a permit to do that? Then you got to get insurance on the food stand. And then, what are you going to do if somebody like buys your food and gets sick or something? Like some people, before you even get a chance to even dream that dream, they're throwing so many negative views on it that you don't even try. And then you walk down the road 3 weeks later and there's somebody else. They got a food stand up. They're making a lot of money. They're making new friends. They're engaging and having a great time. They're happy. And you realize that, that could have been you, but you listened to this person who made you doubt everything and feel that it was just pointless to even try. So pay attention to the people who they want their happiness, but they don't want you to have yours, right? Be very aware of that situation because there are people out there that want to take all of your inspirations and flush them down the toilet before you even get a chance to see if they could possibly work. So whatever you are inspired to do, write it down, document it, and check into it. See if you can bring it to life. Ask other people that are doing the same thing. Go onto social media, find other people that are doing the same thing. See how they're doing it and how they're making it work, right? And start implementing it one little by little on your own and see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, then okay. But at least you're not having that, I wonder if I could have kind of energy, right? And stick to it, create whatever it is that you're inspired to create, and tell only those that your heart tells you that you can tell. If you go to speak and your heart pulls you back, that's your intuition, that's your spirit guides, that's the higher realms warning you that this person's not going to be supportive. Or if you tell the person something and they right away shut you down instantly about the situation, then you know that that's your person that you need to stay away from, that you need to not tell anything to, right? And that way you are aware of that person's response to anything that you say, okay? Or you might have somebody who says, "Oh, why would you want to do that?" And then they go and they do it, right? Um, you tell somebody that you would really like to have this car, that you, when you get your license, that's the car that you're going to go and get. You can't wait to get that car. You've loved it your whole life, right? And then that person shows up in your driveway. "Oh, look, this car was on sale. Look what I got." Like, really, like, of all the vehicles to get, they just had to get that one. And some people are like that. They will take your dream and they will, "Oh, that I like that idea," and they'll steal it out from under you. So just be mindful, be inspired. The universe says that your brain is brilliant and your ideas are amazing, and it wants you to continue to be inspired. But here's the thing, to be inspired, you also have to be skillful and smart, and you disciplined, and you have to have discernment, right? Or that inspiration that you have will go to another person, or it will never bloom if you're not with the right crowd. So be very mindful, be very careful, okay? Choose your words and your community carefully, okay? And then we have awareness. Maintain awareness. Be present in every moment. Yes, we just said that. Don't don't allow yourself to be so excited about something that you're just blah, 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 blah. And then it backfires, and it's used against you, or you're ridiculed, or whatever it is, right? Be aware of where you're at, what you're doing, where you want to go, and how you want to get there. Be aware of who's in your circle, where are they in their lives. Are they going to support you, or are they going to leech off of you? Are they going to support you, or are they going to try to find negative things to bring into your life to pull down your happiness? Are they going to be jealous? Are they going to be supportive? Are they going to go behind your back and try to do the exact same thing, right? Or are you doing it for happiness and because it's your calling, and they're wanting to be a part of it because of the money? Pay attention to the energy. Be aware. That's what this card is saying. Be aware. Because sometimes we're not. Sometimes if you have a good heart, you don't even think about that. You don't think about, "Oh, this person, why did that person say that?" Or, "Oh, well, wow, that was a good card. That was a really good price. Wow, that's awesome. I hope whenever I'm ready to find one, I can find one for that price. That's so cool." And you just blow it off and you make excuses because you want to see the good in everybody. But that person literally, like, did that on purpose to just put a dagger in you. So just be mindful that not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody is showing up to support you. Some of them are showing up because they want to be like you, or they want to stop you from doing something that they themselves don't want to do, or don't have the money to do, or don't want to see you succeed at. So just be mindful, be aware, okay? And don't make any sudden changes, don't make any sudden moves until you check everything out. Okay, there's a lot going on right now in the world, so just be mindful about how you approach things, how you address things, okay? Blessings. Yeah, blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. You are meant to to be someone who the universe can bless, but also know that you're not a person to rub blessings into other people's faces. You are the type of person who, if you are blessed, you will bless others. And it's just your nature. It's just who you are. And that's good. That's a good heart. That's a good way to be, right? And the universe knows that if it gives you miracles, you're going to be confident in how you bless other people with those miracles, right? But that the universe is just reminding you to be cautious during this time. Just be aware of people and their energies and how their energies affect you. If you are aware of other people's energies and you know, like, okay, so somebody buys the car that you really want. They pull right away, they come over to show you, look at the car I bought. Hey, this was the car that you really wanted, wasn't it? Guess what? I only paid like, you know, blah blah blah, 20, $18,000 for this car. It's like a $45,000 car. Um, be that ener pay attention, be aware. Okay. Okay, they pulled in with a car that they know I've always wanted, rubbing it into my face about the deal that they got. Um, okay, this person is not for me. This person's trying to see if they can get a reaction out of me. I'm not going to give a negative reaction. I'm going to support them because that's what I would want for me, right? Oh, great car. I love your car, right? But when you get those blessings, okay, be mindful that that these people will come in and try to take those blessings from you. If they're already doing things in your life that point that out already, then just be mindful that the blessings coming in, the universe wants you to have discernment over how you share them, how you talk about them, right? If you're creating a book, for example, and you put it out there and it's like on the Amazon top 10 list or whatever, like say like you go to Amazon and you go onto Amazon and you do a GoFundMe and you raise money to make your own book, right? And you do the book and you publish a book and you become popular, right? And that money starts coming in and this person comes over, oh, let's do this or let's do that, or oh, hey, you can get dinner tonight since you've got the money. Like, pay attention to those words. Pay attention to the way that they talk to you, the way that they treat you, because your blessing should never change the way somebody treats you. They should treat you with love and respect and honor, regardless of what kind of miracles and blessings you have pouring into your life. Okay, they should be happy for you. They should not want a part of it, and they should not try to take the blessings or be a part of your blessings with you. You should be allowed to receive that energy yourself. Resilience is you resilience is your source of strength in challenges. Yes. So you're going to have to be resilient when it comes to some of these energies. You're going to have the find the strength within you to know when to walk away from certain people, to know when to walk away from certain situations, to be able to see the unhealthiness in certain communications, right? And to be able to do things in a hard way, right? Resilience is all about being strong and standing up against something, right? And for some of you, you might be able to stand up to the situation, and if you do and you call back your power, you might see that dynamic change. You know, you might very well see that dynamic change. So say you want to go on vacation and you tell your coworker that your family's going on vacation this whole week, blah blah blah, but you haven't had a chance to put it in yet, but you can't wait to go. You already bought the cruise tickets and all of that. And they hurry up and put the whole weekend ahead of you for that exact same time. So you go to claim your days and they've already claimed that week, and your boss tells you, well, so and so claimed that week yesterday. You're not going to be able to take that exact same week off. We need you to move it. Like if say like a situation like that occurs, then or is that person approachable? You are well aware of what they did. Is it even worth saying anything to them? They know they did it. If they just put that in yesterday after you talked to them, then you already know that they did that on purpose. Or do you confront them? You know, how do you confront them? Does it change the situation? Do you tell your boss, well, that's interesting because I just told them yesterday that we purchased a cruise for this week and now they claim to put in for that week. Isn't that interesting? Hmm. Well, if you can't change the situation, then what are you going to do? That's called resilience. Okay. That's called looking at a situation, paying attention to your strengths, your challenges, and how you're going to navigate through those. Right. And harmony. You want to bring in harmony. Don't let anybody take away from you your happiness. Some people, that's all they live for. They're miserable, So they just go around wanting to steal everybody else's sunshine, right? What can you do to bring harmony? Harmony is the beautiful melody in relationships. What can you do to bring in harmony in your relationships? Be, be open. Don't wear a mask. Communicate your feelings. When something doesn't resonate with you, don't hold it in and don't dismiss it and don't allow the person to get away with it. Nice car that you bought. It's great to see that the car that you chose is the one that I've always wanted. You have good taste. But I would prefer the color black, or I'd prefer the color red, or pick a different color or whatever. Um, put the people in their place in a nice empowerment way. Choose to be the better person, but you can also choose after you have that engagement, after you say those words, where does this person belong in your life? Where does that coworker belong? Where does your job belong? Where does your, views on things belong? Discernment, resilience, harmony, balance, all of these cards in your reading, they come together to show you the importance of seeing things as they truly are meant to be seen, and how you can handle situations without putting blame on other people, but calling back your energy, calling in the support of what truly matters to you, right? Being open to receive the blessings and walking away from the things that are not your blessings. Okay. That's what this reading is definitely saying. Compassion. Yes. Embrace others' differences. Accept your own imperfections. So, compassion is all about not allowing people to walk all over you, but at the same time, understanding that they have issues that they need to heal. There's situations in their life that are not perfect. And when we have compassion for people, we understand that um, some people do things and we may never have apologies. We may never be able to understand why they would even do things like that. We we all- you know we can't trust people and then blame them because we trusted them. It's one of those, or blame ourselves because we trusted them. It's one of those things where you put it out there and what happens happens. And then you learn from it. You walk away with compassion for yourself. I love myself for being who I am. I love myself because I showed up and I did my best and I trusted, but now I know who I can trust and who I can't. Right? I love who I am and I'm not going to change who I am. And apparently, this person or this situation has more problems than what I can handle, or what involves me. And I'm just going to send love to that situation. I'm going to send healing to that situation. I don't know why this person acts like this. I don't know why this situation is happening, but I'm going to send love to the situation. I'm not going to let it take away my peace. I'm not going to let it pull me down. I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to be aware of what I need to do next to keep moving in the direction I want to move in, so that I am very well balanced and in harmony with myself, because my happiness is what matters most. Because if I'm not happy, then my outside world is going to have that reflection. And I don't want to show up for people being 80% of who I am or 60% of who I am. I want to show up for the people that truly do love me 100%. I want to show up being my true self, right? So therefore, I'm going to find that harmony and balance within me. And I'm going to remove things with compassion. I'm going to remove things that don't belong in my life. Hey, Joe, how's it going? How's that new car you bought? Good, that's awesome. Oh, no, I'm sorry, dude. My calendar is so booked for the rest of the month. I just don't have the time. Maybe I'll catch you next month. And then eventually you know, you don't even talk to that person anymore. Sorry, can't talk right now. I am so busy. Have a great time. Let that person go. Let that person go find somebody else. Let them go do that. Let them go do that on with somebody else, right? You can have compassion for them. You can miss them, whatever, but that doesn't mean that you have to allow them to come into your blessings, be a part of your miracles, off balance your harmony, whatever. You know, that job really can you move to another section? Can you get away from that worker that's purposely trying to do this thing to you? Can you avoid that person? Can you just keep it as a um, uh, like don't tell them anything about your life, period. Like stop talking to them to the point where you're telling them anything about your life, right? Put them back as associates. Instead of coworkers, they're just associates. They're not even coworkers. They're just somebody that you know whenever you go to work kind of thing versus being a coworker kind of energy, right? You can put them further out to where you only talk to them whenever you have to talk to them. Right? You can explain to your boss that, you know, that that this and this situation needs to occur or you're going to be looking for another place to go or another job to go, or you might just decide that you want to go to another job and you're just done with the drama in your particular job. Apply for jobs in other places. Don't tell them where you applied, that way nobody can go in there and talk dirt on you before you even get the job, right? Just go and apply for other jobs, and when you get the job, just be like, hey, uh, I'm going to be quitting on this day, you're going to have to find a replacement for me. Right? So you do you, but do it in a way that does not bring that energy back to you. The universe is all about frequency and it's all about what you put out is what you bring back. So make sure that you are putting out compassion and understanding. Even if the person you feel doesn't deserve it, you deserve it. And you deserve compassion. You deserve love over this situation. You deserve healing, right? So you deserve to understand that some people just have problems and those problems are way past what you can do, right? So have compassion over the situation. Let's pull you a witch magic card. Let's see what your guidance is from the witchy deck. And let's see what you're meant to. There we go. It says the witch transforms the world instantaneously by shifting her perspective or his. You can be a male witch too. Yes, there you go. Shift your perspective on things. Pull back your energy. You can sit with yourself and say, I call my energy back to me. I see you and I call my energy back to me. I see you and I call my energy back to me. I see you and I send you love and compassion, and I call my energy back to me, right? So, yes, looking at how you handle things from a place of compassion and love, and your miracles and your blessings will continue to flow. I hope this reading has helped you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.